how's everybody doing? It's Paul from Magpie 24/7 back again with another view from the van. I'm out, hard at craft, and thought I'd do another little update on the channel after a newspaper article, a very misleading newspaper article, basically making out as if we're fucking skint, not got two £2 coins to rub together, but absolute pure and utter fucking shite from the Sun. Talk about sensationalism, talk about headline grabbing, talk about shit stirring, talk about agenda driven reporting. It's all there in the Sun. I personally wouldn't wipe my arse on it. I'd rather fucking go out and wipe my arse on a fucking nettle than have to use the fucking Sun. It is that shit. It does nothing. It never ever tries to fucking repair its image. I'm surprised it's still in business, the amount of people it pisses off. But its latest target, its latest go-to is of course Newcastle, and trying to make out as if we've got no money, basically due to a filing that's been made for a financial facility that's been opened by the club, and where normally the club's money would come in over the course of the season through monthly direct debits, through people buying food and drink at the kiosks, for the regular Premier League payments, because obviously you don't get all your money just in one slap bang payment. You get it staggered throughout the throughout the campaign, throughout the season. So the club have access to money equivalent to what they would get over the season, but they have it in one lump sum at the beginning to use how they feel fit and proper. And so from a cash flow perspective, certainly as a business owner myself, it makes a lot more sense if you've got that cash there ready to go, and to be able to use it to better prepare the club for the season ahead, and then hopefully have a better season, finish higher, get more merit payments, and also be able to attract better sponsorship when it comes to the next summer. And obviously there's going to be the change with the Fun 88, isn't there, sponsorship and everything. So it makes a lot of sense to be able to do that rather than to have to wait, save the money, and then do it next season. So to speed the process up of sorting the club out, this makes basic common business sense. You don't have to be an accountant or some sort of mathematician to be able to work this sort of common sense practice out. Lots of clubs do it. I've seen it at lots of other clubs. I think it was Southampton, it was the most recent one I saw. Then again this morning I wake up and I see that Aston Villa have done the exact same thing, yet where is the reporting about Aston Villa, and so on and so forth. It's just, it reeks of agenda, it reeks of shite. So it's not surprisingly that it's the fucking Sun. But yeah, Kieran Maguire put it up on his socials yesterday about the club opening this facility up, and I didn't see any problem with it. I don't think most of the Newcastle fans found any problem with it. Some of the other clubs fans, rival club fans, taking the piss. We have some of the world's richest owner, but it doesn't mean that we're the world's richest club, because there are rules and limitations and things placed upon the club where you can't take the shortcuts that Manchester City did, the shortcuts that Chelsea did, and so on and so forth. So you've got to do it now to be able to grow the club in a much different way, and it's going to take time to grow that commercial revenue. It's going to take time to see all those extra shirt sales and interest from, say, Saudi Arabia coming into play and earning the club extra money. So things can't happen overnight. Time and time again, the ownership have said, give us the time, trust the process, and we will get it done. And with the money they've already put in from their own back pockets, you were talking 160, 170 million pound out of their own back pockets already. I think they have earned the right and earned the opportunity to get our trust. We've had Mike Ashley for 14 years, who, you wouldn't fucking give the steam off your piss if he was a light. There was a total lack of trust there. We had Lee Charnley in day-to-day operations of the club, a pretend Geordie supporter and all this sort of thing. We've had all the shenanigans, the cloak and dagger, the games from Mike Ashley and his wallpaper, and so on and so forth. So people who are coming in who've actually done physical things that you can see, so signed world-class players like Bruno and Trippier and the likes. They've done stuff up at the stadium. They've already started looking at a new training ground. They've also made improvements to the existing training ground. These are physical things that they have done. No arguments about it. So of course the Newcastle fan base are totally behind the custodians. They have invested a lot of money, and they are going to be careful and plan accordingly to get the maximum success and the maximum back for themselves in the longer term. So they're not going to do something stupid that throws the club's existence in doubt. They're not going to throw something or try something that messes it up, because it makes no sense. It makes no business sense. And these are people with hundreds and possibly many hundreds of billions of pounds in the bank, many billions of pounds worth of investments all over the world. They are buying up companies, they are hoovering up companies, they are buying chunks in concerns left, right and centre as part of their vision for the future and vision for their country and the financial side of it. So for all the scaremongering, it's absolutely dog shit. I fucking hate it. It's just typical of the British press. What is wrong in knowing that you're going to get £150 million there or thereabouts over the season, and saying, well, rather than getting 10 million here and 1 million there and 50 million here and so on and so forth over the course of 9 months, to say, right, I'll take that £150 million now at a low interest rate and be able to use that and spend that wisely on recruitment, on further building works and so on and so forth. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But, like I say, your rival fans, your shitty fucking southern gutter press like the Sun will take any opportunity to have a shot at Newcastle, it seems. Any shot at all. But at the same time, they're quite happy to fucking cover the boxing and stuff that's back to Saudi Arabia. They'll be more than happy to send journalists and reporters over to Qatar when the World Cup comes around. So it reeks of hypocrisy and double standards and just, like I say, agenda driven. But at the end of the day, to me, the club has been smart, and they are trying to box clever, pardon the previous pun, but they're trying to box clever with the financials that they've got to be able to go up against other clubs who are doing this on a much larger scale. In fact, I think it was Chelsea who had something like an £800 million facility recently. So, this is absolute fucking chicken feed in comparison to that. But we've got to go up and compete on footballing terms with these clubs. So to do that, we are going to have to think smartly. We are going to have to do things that we haven't done before. Gone are the days when Mike Ashley used to say, what's in the bank we can spend, and we pay up front. We don't pay over instalments and that sort of thing. All clubs these days pay over instalments. So again, why shouldn't Newcastle do it? Why shouldn't Newcastle spread the cost of that transfer out over a few seasons as opposed to just paying it in one? If we pay it in one, who does that benefit? Does it benefit Newcastle? Well, let's think about this. Say the Nick Pope one that's spread over 3-4 years. If we pay for that all in one go, does that help Newcastle? No, because we've got more money out of the bank and we've still got Nick Pope. So you might as well spread it over a couple of years. We've still got Nick Pope, but we've got more spare cash in the bank. That is just, again, it is common sense. But people blow it out of such proportion and trying to look into it as if it's some sort of rocket science. It's basic, it's common sense, it's business approach. It's knowing that the club is only going to get bigger in the future. Talking about expanding St James's Park, talking about, like I say, wider stretch and wider reach around the globe, more interest from countries like Saudi Arabia and their people watching it and buying into it and buying the shirts and all that sort of thing. Newcastle finishing higher up the season, so you get more merit payments. Again, it's not rocket science, but the way that some of these journalists try to just distort the truth, absolutely ridiculous. And then of course it comes out today that Aston Villa have done the exact same thing a day after Newcastle. But where will the headlines be? You're right. The headlines won't be there because it's Aston Villa. And that's the difference, and that's what really boils my piss. If they did it to every single club, Chelsea, Southampton's, Villas, and so on and so forth, you'd say, well, at least they're consistent. It's bullshit, it's crap, it's sensationalism, but it's consistent shit. For us, it just seems like it's targeted shit. So you can take your fucking paper, turn the son of a bitch sideways, and shove it where the sun don't fucking shine, the twat who wrote that article about us. As far as I'm concerned, disgusting. Absolutely fucking disgusting. But yes, cash in the bank, cash is king. With the deals that we're able to do spread out over so many years, it makes that initial budget go further, and that initial lift off and push up the league surely be a lot more, achievable. And at the end of the day, just sum it up like this: all the time, Mike Ashley, we were fucking spreadsheet champions. Could do fuck all on the park, achieve fuck all on the park, on the pitch, on a Saturday when it fucking mattered. But we were always told, well, pound for pound and investments and spreadsheets, and we've been run greatly off the pitch. Well, as a football fan, I care more about what's on the fucking pitch than what's off the fucking pitch. I trust the people who are running the club. I trust the owners. I also trust that they've gone out and they've got the best in class with regards to Dan Ashworth and so on and so forth. The people, the bums on seats that they are putting in the executive positions are people who are, well, for every instance, in my opinion, best in class. So I trust them to be able to be good custodians of the football club. And I, for one, this season, am looking forward to just being a football supporter, not having to worry about politics, bullshit off the pitch, people having to chase Mike Ashley for answers down whilst he's having a fucking coffee outside of his shit restaurant down in London. Just focusing on the football and knowing that the custodians are taking care of everything else. People I trust are taking care of everything else. So I'll enjoy the season, the ups and the downs, the goals, the drama, hopefully the improvement, the signings and everything else like that. And I'm eager to see now, with money in the bank, who we are able to get in, because I still think there'll be 2, maybe 3 more signings. Again, not in the know, never been in the know. I'm not some sort of financial expert. This is my opinion only. But yeah, I think a couple of more signings. Eddie Howe's already suggested that they are on with it, and with the finances in place, with the cash already up front, then there's no reason why we aren't able and won't be able to make the deals happen. So happy days as a football fan and as a Newcastle United supporter. So happy days, definitely. So yeah, let me know what you think down below. You can let me know what you think of the Sun as well whilst you're on, if you want. I think I've vented a little bit. Looking forward to the games this weekend, the 2 friendlies on Friday and Saturday, and then getting into the real deal against Nottingham Forest for their return to the Premier League. It'll be a difficult game, that one, but one I am definitely looking forward to. So in the meantime, take care, keep in tune, and I'll speak to you later.